FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station.
Its very best.
The baby back to Martin with 3. Cross the top line with 2. To the basket, lefty. They call him. The clock is at 0. Blocked by Silver. Rebound grab by Austin.
Bobs to Greg. Turns, fires, 3. Into the forecourt, down to 1 second. Smith puts it up in the buzzer.
Top of the key to Greenberg. 3 ball up. And in.
Two Pranos with it. Out to Getty. 1 second. Heave at the buzzer.
Here's Jeffs looking. Cross-court Urbana. She's open. 3 ball up.
Our 2024-25 high school sports broadcasts are brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Shell Restoration, Warner's Homes and Improvements, St. Paul's in Greenville, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, Attorney Bill Motor, Mercer County State Bank, Mancino's Driving School, Herman's Water, Vay's Pub and Grill, Hermitage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. DK Auto LLC in Grove City. And the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Honoring our past, expanding our future. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season on News Talk 790 WP on Sports Radio 96.7. Now, it's time to go to the court with our countdown to tip-off show with our game announcers,
Ryan Briggs and Chris Berg.
It is a snowy Friday night in Mercer County, and tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7, we have Mercer County boys basketball, a matchup in Region 1 between a pair of 2A teams. The league co-leader right now, 2-0, hosting Sharpsville. The Blue Devils checking in 2-1 in league play. Hello, everybody. Ryan Briggs with you, along with Chris Burtch. Chris, Lakeview and Sharpsville, two teams that have had a lot of highlights through the first half of the regular season. A few blips here and there.
Sure.
Sharpsville's been coming on as of late. Lakeview, a very tough schedule. Sailors are 6-5 overall. Should be a lot of fun tonight here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Both teams have really scheduled a really good schedule as far as tough opponents, and they've learned a lot about themselves. Certainly Lakeview losing, to a Girard team that won a district title last year.
State semifinalist,
yeah. And then, beat Mercer, beat Slippery Rock at their place. So those are great wins. So, yeah, I mean, Coach Blaszczak comes in here knowing a lot about this team. And they're right. They're playing really well. And, Sharpsville, one of the things that I love about this Sharpsville team, kind of looking at their body of work as a whole, is this is a bunch that battles. Like they lost to Greenville by 1. They came back, and that game you called by yourself. They really had Mercer on the ropes. So I mean, this is a team that will just battle all the way to the end. They're never out of the game, and I certainly think that this sets up for a really big early season region game.
And sometimes you talk about a team that battles and is scrappy, like Sharpsville is. You think, oh, they work hard and stuff, but they have trouble scoring. Right. Sharpsville doesn't. This team can get out and go. This is one of those nights where the higher the score, that's going to favor the road team. Sharpsville tonight, one would have to think.
I agree. Right. And, Coach Williams and I were talking a little bit off air tonight before I got him on air. And, he really likened Aiden Cadman to some of the players that he has had over the years that could just take over a game. Cadman comes in, he's missed a couple of games, obviously, but, he comes in, he's averaging 21 and a half a game. He's had over 30 points a couple of times. And, there's just nights where he's just going to take over a game. And when you have that in a player, kind of a combo, big guard, small forward, and then some other guys that can score, right? I mean, that can spell trouble for the other team. I think the key for Sharpsville tonight, along the lines with what you said, is, can they make enough stops against this Lakeview team? They want to play a faster pace, but at the same time, I think Sharpsville really has to work on playing defense tonight.
Sharpsville on the road tonight here at Lakeview. JV game has 1:39 to go, and the Lakeview JV's lead tonight's lid lifter 31-22. We have Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game tonight. Always great to work with Art. Art, he has some commercials in the rack, so to speak, for us. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we will talk more about the teams. Don't forget, we'll also have the Minuteman Press and One-Stop Mail starting lineups here in our pregame, and we'll also visit with the head coaches. More pregame from Lakeview High School coming up after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the December 2024 Mercer County Team of the Month. Bay's is proud to announce that the Wilmington girls basketball team is the December Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Wilmington coach Mike Jekovich and his outstanding girls basketball team as they are the December Bay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Wilmington girls basketball, the December Bay's Team of the Month. For more information, go to bayspubandgrill.com.
Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One-Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One-Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
We are back here at Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight. Art Shannon in the studio. We also have video tonight on our Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. The camera is not moving at the moment, but we will have our camera operator. She's not yet reported for duty, but that's okay. We'll have her here once the game gets going. The Lakeview Sailors, Chris, last year, we saw them in the District 10 playoffs. They went in as a number 3 seed, lost to Iroquois, who ended up winning the whole thing.
Right.
First district title in 50 years for Iroquois. Kind of a team that it was one of those, sometimes you get a bad draw.
Right.
Lakeview got a bad draw.
Yes, they did.
But, by the same token, it seems like this Lakeview team has certainly taken not just, the proverbial step forward, but a number of steps. This is a much, I would say, crisper, sharper team than last year.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And you and I talked a lot on air and off air the night that we had them over at Slippery Rock, and the way that they played with a lead in the fourth quarter. Again, Coach Blaschak has done a great job. Obviously with this team, but that night what we saw was Slippery Rock sort of throw the kitchen sink at them, so to speak. And their players made really good decisions. It wasn't necessarily, after the game, Coach Blaschak, what was that stall that you had there? It was just the Lakeview players making some really good, mature decisions with the lead in the fourth quarter. And I think that maybe is the most notable step forward that this team has taken is, they make good decisions. Everything seems to be sort of like polished with this group compared to a year ago. And, they've really had, Lucas Fagley has, he's been filling it up. The night we had their game, he had 30 over at Slippery Rock. He comes in averaging almost 16 a game. but sort of the supporting cast. You have Reiser, Dye, both around 8 points a game. Montgomery, Berkner, Keaton, Uri, they all come in averaging right around 3 a game. And, what that tells you is a whole bunch of people can do the scoring for this bunch. So, yeah, I mean, obviously Fegley is the focal point of their offense and certainly the focal point of the other team's, scouting and game plans. But there's just a lot of guys on this team that they can just play, and they can play, but they also make really good decisions.
Lakeview coming off a 51-25 victory over West Middlesex Tuesday night. A game in which Lakeview trailed 12-11 after one, but an 11-0 shutout in the second quarter. Lakeview up 10 at the half and went on to the 51-25 win. Fegley with 13, but then Reiser with 10. Montgomery with 9. Dye with 7. Berkner with 6. They did it without Cody Fegley as well, who certainly has put together a very solid senior year so far, averaging 9.9 points per game. And what we have discovered about Lakeview, too, is, of course, Lucas Fegley leading the team in scoring, but they have a lot of guys, as you said, are capable of scoring and scoring, but they can also get it done on a night where Cody Fegley, who is, perhaps the most experienced player, certainly one of the most in terms of varsity experience and whatnot. He didn't score in the win at Slippery Rock. He did not. He was out against West Middlesex. Shows the depth that Lakeview has developed.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And, and I think there's no doubt that, Coach Blaschek and company, they played a lot of guys last year, and these are guys now that are, they're varsity ready. And, that's certainly been evident in the way that they've played and the balanced scoring that they have shown. And, one of the things, I certainly noticed this about Coach Blaschek at Slippery Rock is he's just a lot more relaxed coaching that team. And I don't mean that he's had this dramatic change of personality. I mean, when you have a team, where everybody's going to make good decisions and what everybody can do, you can just relax and be a little bit more like academic as a coach. And that's what I've noticed from him.
JV game inching towards the finish line, a 6-point game, 34-28. Lakeview on top and shooting free throws here as we continue with countdown to tip-off here on Sports Radio 96.7. We turn our attention to the Sharpsville Blue Devils, Chris. Sharpsville 5-8 overall, but 2-1 in conference play. Blue Devils, like Lakeview, played a tough schedule. And again, we talked about Aiden Cadman, but really a number of guys have emerged here. Kieran Scullin, Graham Perneski, who had a big night when Cadman was out, scoring 27 against Kennedy. These are guys. It's an older team, and but they battle, they compete. It might not be pretty all the times in terms of just picture perfect form or textbook execution in terms of how it's drawn on the chalkboard, but Sharpsville has a lot of guys that battle, and they just they find a way to get it done.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe this team. And you said it. I mean, there's certainly some familiar names on here from football season, right? And so a lot of these guys are kind of those multi-sport athletes where basketball and football are kind of 1A and B, and they play like that. I mean, Coach Williams compared Aiden Cadman to a guy that you'll remember that played on one of my teams, a couple of my teams, Richard Lee.
Yes.
And of course, he was a great football player. And, that's just the kind of team that they have. And, yeah, you said it. I mean, right, that was a big win for them, beating Kennedy. And then the 1-point loss to that good Greenville team without Cadman tells you there that, they definitely have some guys that are capable of stepping up and doing some scoring. Just on sheer athletic ability and sports savvy.
And there's a lot to be said for sports savvy. I mean, we like things like that. You coached at Slippery Rock High School, in the late 90s into the 2000s. Of course, did quite well there. But you had a lot of guys like that. It was, you had guys that were, football was a priority or baseball or whatever. They played basketball and, some of them were very good at it, but that sports savvy of, it certainly paid off for them. And you were, the old MCAC, a lot of games that came down to the final 4 minutes and, came out on the good end more often than not because of that savvy.
Yeah, and it's savvy, and it's also
not that your coaching didn't have something to do with it too.
I know exactly what you mean, and it's that competitiveness too, right? It's like, those guys that are out there on an August day at two-a-days, in football, you're not going to be able to scare them with a couple of line drills on a Saturday morning, and yeah, they would just compete. And I think that certainly when you look at Sharpsville, not only the more impressive wins, but a couple of those, impressive or at least encouraging losses, that's it. It's just them competing and getting after it. And again, we see Jaden White is playing a bigger and bigger role. He comes into this game averaging 1.8 points a game, but we know what he was capable of on the football field. It took 6 guys to tackle him, to bring him down. So you throw that in there, on top of having Cadman and Scullin. So yeah, those football guys are. There's just something about them, and certainly you mentioned those Slippery Rock teams of mine, and yeah, there's something to be said about that. That if you have guys that they just love to compete, that can take care of a lot of maybe not deficiencies, but a lot of maybe not. But it takes care of a lot of the maybe deficiencies you have basketball skill wise, just by being competitors and guys that have played in a lot of big games in all different kinds of sports.
Sharpsville and Lakeview tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll visit with the head coaches. Don't forget, we also have the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups coming up as countdown to tip-off continues on Sports Radio 96.7.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. 2 firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services, Inc., DBA Confluence Financial Partners, is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A, Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
And we are back here at Lakeview High School. Earlier, my partner Chris Burtch had a chance to visit.
We're back on Sports Radio
coaches.
96.7, and I'm joined by Sharpsville head coach Mike Williams. And Coach, you come into this game here tonight against Lakeview. If there's one thing that I kind of looked at your schedule and I thought, it's rare maybe by the first week in January for like kind of a coach to kind of know what he has with his team. And you guys have played a great schedule. You've played some really good teams. You've played some teams that you're about even with. You've had some what I call encouraging losses. So you guys have been, kind of consistently getting better. You have to feel pretty good about that heading into this region showdown.
Well, I think at 5-8, I think we're a better team than what our record is. We've had a couple of those games where Cadman was out with that hand, and we've had McFeeters out for probably more than half of the games. Both those guys are difference makers. Had a couple tweaked ankles, a couple of sicknesses, and we did play a tougher December schedule. This is a very good Lakeview team, though. I mean, make no bones about it. We are the decided underdog. They're very well coached. They've got a lot of kids with a lot of playing experience. But I like my team. I know the record is a big deal, but right now we just want to be ready for the wars in mid-January and February, and we're trying to get ourselves set up for a playoff. Hopefully we can get a 23rd game out of this and keep building towards that.
One of the things that jumped out at me when I looked at your schedule was you played Mercer the first time, and they're really good playing, with the big schools. Yeah. And they got over on you the first time. So then you play them the second time, and you end up losing by 2 or 3. You play a very good Greenville team without some of your front liners. You lose by 1. I think that really speaks to the fight that this group has for you.
I have not had a boys team, because I had those Middlesex girls teams and they were killers.
Right.
I have not had a boys team play with this kind of heat, trying the hardest to win since probably my 3rd year at Mercer, and that was 2003 with Birdie and Moon, Sankey, and those kids, and those guys played to win. This team has that more than skill, more than height or speed. They play so hard that sometimes we get ourselves in foul trouble.
Right.
We're running people over in charges. We're on the floor after loose balls. I like this, and you coach. We coach against each other. Yep. You know that I love that type of a team, that gritty. That's a gritty thing. I like that, right? So I mean, I like my team. I'm hoping Lakeview is very well coached, and I believe they've got some really great skilled kids. We're coming up here. It's a great challenge for us to play against a quality team. It's always a tough place to play up here, but I will say this: my last 2 years up here at Sharpsville, we have played well here. We won a game here 2 years ago. We almost won one last year up here. For some reason, and I'm going to get beat by 50 now that I say this, but for some reason we seem to play well here, which is good. Hopefully our kids are ready to play Lakeview. We admire what Lakeview does. They're very well coached. They're very skilled in their sets. They do a lot of really cool things.
A couple of keys for your team to have a chance to have some success tonight.
Well, we got to take care of the basketball. Lakeview does a lot of switching up on defense. They're 23 in a zone, 1-2-2, 3 quarters. I want you to come back and show me that again, that half court thing. They're playing some 3-quarter stuff. They'll take away guys. They'll run and jump a little bit. So we've got to be able to weather those storms. And with Bissell and Cadman, we do a pretty good job with that. We have to make shots. This has to be a day where the Blue Devils make shots more than we usually miss, and we need to get on the glass. And I think if we can do that, I think that we have a chance to make this close.
Yeah. Always great talking to you, Coach. Again, enjoy kind of watching this team get better as you coach them up. Congrats on all of the things you've been able to do with that bunch, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right. Those are the thoughts of Sharpsville head coach Mike Williams as he gets the Blue Devils ready for this region showdown here at Lakeview. Pre-game continues on Sports Radio 96.7.
Stock and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
We're back on Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Lakeview head coach Garrett Blaschak. And, Coach, again, you come into this game just like the last time I talked to you, off some really good wins. You beat a really good Mercer team in a non-region game, got a nice win, region win against West Middlesex. So you come into this game certainly against a good Sharpsville team with some momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some confidence going both offensively and defensively. Tonight's going to be about a really, really good start. We had a little bit of trouble against Middlesex defending their actions, and then struggled a little bit offensively to get in the flow. So tonight we're looking for a really, really good start.
Again, my sample size is one game. I saw you against Slippery Rock, but I thought that your kids made unbelievable decisions in the fourth quarter of that game, both when you were down a little and then particularly after you got the lead. You have to like that about this group, that, hey, we get a lead, we're going to probably shut the door on you.
Yeah, absolutely. We do a really good job. Our guards do of handling the pressure and making a good pass and not trying to make that hero pass that we don't really need at that time. So, controlling the tempo is going to be big for us, and then limiting our turnovers as always. And then defensively, we got to have our energy level up. We got to be communicating and ready to sit in a stance.
Right. What are some of the things you see about the Sharpsville team that concern you?
They're athletic. They run their offense very, very well. So we have to really, really get off and towards the basketball and smash their cutters going to the rim. And then they do push in transition. They push that basketball up the sideline, so we can't be jogging back. We got to turn, sprint, turn, and then find our guys. And they have some shooters that can knock it down on the perimeter, and they're pulling those in transition. So we have to get back and ready to defend.
Right. Coach, always great talking to you. Certainly kind of watching you from a distance and then getting to catch a couple of your games. I really enjoy kind of the success you're having and what you're doing with this program. Congrats on all that, and good luck tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the coverage tonight.
And that was our Chris Burtch with Lakeview head coach Garrett Blaschak. We appreciate Coach Blaschak and Sharpsville mentor Mike Williams for joining Chris in the pregame. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. And the starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail of Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, mailing, and T-shirt needs. First four visiting Sharpsville. The guards are Jaden White, 5'8" senior, averaging 2 points per game, and Jared Bissell, 5'10" sophomore, averaging 5.5 per game. Up front, Graham Perneski, 6'1" senior, averaging 8 per game. Kieran Skellen, 6'2" senior, averaging 10 per game. And the fifth starter is Aiden Cadman, 6' senior. He is averaging 21.5 points per game. Skellen, White, Cadman, Perneski, and Bissell for Sharpsville, which is 5-8 overall, 2-1 in the league. Lakeview 6-5 overall, 2-0 in conference play. Head coach Garrett Blaschak will deploy this lineup. The guards are Lucas Fagley, 5'9" junior, averaging 16 points per game. And Evan Reeser, 5'10" senior, averaging 7.7 per night. Up front, Owen Dye, 6'3" senior, averaging 8 per game. Parker Montgomery, 6'2" junior, averaging 3.5 per game. And in the middle, it's Jake Berkner, 6'3" junior, averaging 5 points per night. Montgomery, Berkner, Dye, Reeser, and Lucas Fagley for Lakeview. Lakeview, as we said, half game ahead of Sharpsville in the race, 2-0. Well, Sharpsville is 2-1. Lakeview without Cody Fagley tonight. Correct, Chris?
Yes, correct.
So one of their second leading scorer, 10 per game, Cody Fagley out. So Berkner draws into the starting lineup. Your officials are Scott Walters, Ty Barzak, and Mike Bockert. We'll come back with the opening tip. It is Sharpsville and Lakeview. Coming up next on Sports Radio 96.7.
Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103 or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
When the finest cuts of meat combined with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
We are back here at Lakeview. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight. Art Shannon in the studio producing our game. Our camera operator is Lakeview sophomore Seclara Cook. Good to have Seclara here. I've known her dad, Jay Frank Cook, a Grove City legend for many years. Okay. But great to have Seclara here, and she's operating the camera up off to our left here. We are at midcourt. I want to thank Ryan Harold, the athletic director, and the great staff here at Lakeview. Always fun to come here. Even have the red tablecloth. This is a nice tablecloth too.
Yes, it is.
This is one you'd put awards on.
I know,
or if you had a very formal dinner.
It's like a little too nice for us, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't put paper plates on this tablecloth, certainly.
Right.
After the game, as always, Chris and I will have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, as well as the Lock, Stock, and Barrel sub of the game. That's coming up in our post game. Quick gander at the schedule tonight. Meadville's at Grove City, Maplewood at Commodore Perry, Jamestown at Mercer, Wilmington at Greenville. That's a Region 1 game. Our game on 790 WPIC, West Middlesex at Kennedy, also in Region 1. Sharon at Warren Harding. That was a 5:30 tip, so we will have to get you a final on that. And Farrell is at Youngstown Ursuline. And here it's Sharpsville and Lakeview. Sharpsville in the blue jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in black, white and black trim for the Devils. Lakeview at home tonight in the white jerseys, red numbers outlined in black, red and black trim. It will be Kieran Scullin jumping center for Sharpsville. Blue Devils go right to left in the first half. And Owen Dye stands in the circle for Lakeview. Lead referee Scott Waters puts it in the air. We're underway. Reeser gets the tip from Dye. Lakeview has it to begin tonight's game. And Sharpsville comes out in the man-to-man, Chris.
Man-to-man, yep.
Dye lost his balance, but finds Berkner in the right corner. Moves it back out on the near wing for Parker Montgomery. Just underway. We tipped off pretty much right at the bottom of the hour here. This snowy Friday night. Glad you could join us here. Hope you're having a great first full week of 2025. Lucas Fagley, he was our Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game last month in the 10-point win at Slippery Rock. Scored a career-high 30. Guarded in the forecourt by White. A 1-4 set. Dye back up top to Fagley. Reversal for Montgomery. Now up top for Dye. Dye into the high post for Berkner. Posting up, spins, kicks it left side. Parker Montgomery, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, loose on the floor. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Sharpsville basketball, as it was Bissell battling with Reeser on the near side.
Yeah.
So a long possession, but no points for Lakeview.
Yeah, that was a great battle, right? Those two both going after the ball and ended up, going off of Lakeview. So Sharpsville and Bissell will bring the ball up the floor.
Against the full court pressure, Cadman right of the lane. Cadman pulls up 14-footer, too strong, no good. And the rebound snared by Evan Reeser for Lakeview. Each team comes up empty on its first possession of the night. 6:54 to go first quarter. No score here at Lakeview.
Yeah, that's a good job breaking the press there by Sharpsville.
Fagley with it. Give it off now on the left side. 3, Reeser off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out the near side. Dye will track it down. He beat White to it. Here's Lakeview with it. Reeser, a second opportunity. Montgomery left side. Top of the key to Dye. Dye shovels it off for Fegley. Pulls up 16-footer by the lefty, no good. Rebound, Berkner tips it up. It won't go. Jaden White with a defensive board for Sharpsville.
Just an absolute defensive fundamental display that time by Sharpsville.
Lakeview 2-3 zone, Chris?
2-3 zone, yeah.
Trying to counteract Sharpsville's patented flex offense. Cadman into Perneski off the glass, the rim no good, and Berkner rips down the rebound for Lakeview.
Berkner was up there for that rebound.
Fegley across the lane, leaves it for the trailer Montgomery. 3, Montgomery no good. Cadman with the rebound for Sharpsville.
Sharpsville doing a great job boxing out there in their man-to-man.
Out to the front court comes Bissell. Left hand and thumb taped. See Aiden Cadman, right hand heavily taped. Kieran Scullin wearing a fiberglass mask. Sharpsville not at 100% health, obviously. And a foul will be called as Scullin drives towards the baseline. And it's going to go on Evan Reeser. First foul of the night. It comes at the 5:40 mark of the first quarter.
Of course, their second leading scorer, Hayden McFeeder, is over on the bench with a boot.
He was injured at the end of the Mercer game. He stumbled. It was about as fluky of an injury you'll ever see.
It's a shame.
He was playing really well, coming off that great football season.
Right.
Bissell right wing with it against the 2-3. 1-3-1 zone offense for Sharpsville. Correct, Chris?
Yep. They're just kind of moving it around.
Cadman right wing. He's open. 3 on the way. Good. Aiden Cadman hits the 3, his 15th of the season. And Sharpsville fires the first salvo of the night.
Yeah, they had him in the middle against that zone, and then he popped out and hit the 3 on the wing.
Top of the key, Montgomery with it. Montgomery into the high post. And he'll be called for the travel. Lost his balance. The pivot foot moved, and it'll be Sharpsville basketball. Blue Devils on top, 3-0. The pace certainly favors what Lakeview wants to do, Chris, but Sharpsville seems very comfortable.
That's it. No doubt about it. Yeah, they're just kind of executing here in their offense and here attacking that half-court trap.
The 1-2-2. Perneski left of the lane. Perneski up top to Bissell, who gives a ball fake, works at right wing for Scullin. Kieran Scullin, 3 off the mark, no good, but the rebound grabbed by Bissell to top of the key. And Lakeview now will go into a half-court trap or stay in the half-court trap.
Yeah.
Pass for Cadman, right of lane. Cadman in on Dye. Cadman cut off. Cadman in some trouble. Swings it to Bissell. Reversal left side for White. Perneski left of the circle. Reversal right side. Cadman with it. Bumped by Reeser. 4:30 to go first quarter.
If you're Sharpsville, you're fine doing this, you know.
Pass into the high post. Kicked away. And it will stay Sharpsville ball in the forecourt. And Keaton Urey, 6'1" junior in for Lakeview, replacing Montgomery in the lineup. That's our first substitute of the night.
Yeah, I mean, they're just running kind of that T-game 1-3-1 set, and somebody's open every time.
Perneski left the baseline. Perneski drives the baseline, the ball deflected, hit the bottom of the backboard, and it's ripped down out of the air by Keaton Urey. Sharpsville turns it over. 4:08 to go first quarter. Right of the lane, Fegley with it, the right-hand dribble. White all over him. Fegley turns the corner, scoop with the left hand, gets it to go. Hung on the rim and it dropped in. Lakeview on the board. It's 3-2.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that. He has not really attacked Jaden White yet. He did there.
Shot right of the lane by Cadman. No good. Dye the rebound. He's tied up by White. And the arrow belongs to Sharpsville. So it will stay Blue Devil ball with 3:51 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, because, White has been very aggressive against Fegley there. And that time, Fegley finally kind of used that aggression against him.
Baseline inbound. Scullin. We'll give it up to White. Now back to Scullin on the right wing. Scullin right side at the three-point line. Reversal left wing to White. And some confusion offensively for Sharpsville. Yeah. Cadden telling Bissell go this way and set up the flex.
Yeah, he's saying they're in man.
White right wing to Cadman. Cadman drives, pulls up right lane, 10-footer glass rim, no, and Berkner snags another defensive rebound for Lakeview. 3-2, Lakeview, a chance to take its first lead of the night.
It's you think, 3 minutes to go in the half. It's 3-2. Must be sloppy. It hasn't been sloppy. There just hasn't been a lot of baskets.
Fegley right wing up top for Reeser. Long 3. It's going to come off the back of the rim out to the top of the key, and it's grabbed by Scullin for Sharpsville. Scullin will move it far side to Bissell. Bissell left-hand dribble. Lakeview in the man-to-man. Sharpsville first year running the flex offense.
Yeah.
Lob down low. Cabin popped open for a minute. Berkner knocked it away. Fegley saved it, but threw it to Bissell. Bissell jumper, no. Gets his own rebound. Bissell in the lane. It's blocked by Urey, and they end up calling a traveling violation on Sharpsville. So it goes back to Lakeview at the 2:38 mark. It remains 3-2.
You can see there, Coach Williams kind of giving his guys the business a little bit here because they don't know what they're in. Not all 5 guys know what they're in, and they're not being quite patient enough. He said, run something and be patient. So let's see if that if that message is delivered.
Didn't look like much spacing offensively.
No.
Or what spacing there was minimal. Right. Left baseline drive, off the glass and good. Evan Reeser gets to the hoop for his first points of the night, and Lakeview's on top, 4-3. Half-court trap from Lakeview. Bissell is fouled on the far side. Reeser and Fegley trapped Scullin, but Evan Reeser picks up the foul, and that's his second.
Yeah, just kind of whacking the, kind of down low, smacking hands.
So the foul is on Reeser, his second. He'll check out. Montgomery back in. Of course, with Cody Fegley out, the Lakeview bench is a little bit shorter tonight.
Yes, particularly kind of at the guard position.
2:10 to go first quarter. Top of the key, Bissell with it. Bissell finds Perneski left wing. Now top of the key to Bissell. Back to White up top. White working on Berkner. They'll shovel it off to Perneski. Perneski guarded by Dye. Back to Scullin, right wing to White. 1:50 to go first quarter. Bissell top of the key with it. Bissell directing traffic. Works at left corner for Scullin. Scullin across the lane, top of the key to White. Right wing Perneski. Perneski pulls up high arcing 16-footer, no good. Jake Berkner, another defensive rebound, his third of the early going. Fegley outlet down court, finds Dye on the right block. Dye off the mark, no good. Rebound grabbed by Bissell. Here comes Sharpsville looking to run. Bissell over the timeline. Threads the needle in for Scullin, but White tried to grab it and knocked it away from his teammate.
Yeah, that you can see Coach Williams telling him to be patient. Again, I think that time, I think they need to get some transition baskets because Lakeview's defense, man-to-man, has been tough. They've been kind of running that patterned offense, but not a whole lot of shots out of it yet.
1:14 to go first quarter, 4-3 Lakeview the lead, but it's going to go back to Sharps. There's a pass up top, goes through Dye's hands and out of bounds. And the sharply dressed Garrett Blaschak just walks down the sideline towards the far end.
Yeah, he needed a moment.
Jackson Bufner will check in for Lakeview, 6'1" freshman sharpshooter, 8 threes this year in his 9 appearances. Montgomery out.
Yeah. Well, we're getting to watch him a little bit in that JV game. He does a lot more than shoot threes, certainly in the JV game. He's going to be a good one.
1:06 to go first quarter. Bissell over the timeline with it. Move it up top. Perneski with it. Perneski right wing Cadman. Cadman, a bullet left wing for Scullin. Scullin working on the freshman. Give it back up top to Cadman. Cadman has the only points tonight for Sharpsville on a three-pointer. Scullin right side. He looks to change that. It's short, no good. Rebound flagged down by Jaden White. Sharpsville will get a second opportunity. Perneski far sideline with it. Perneski drives up with the left hand off the top of the backboard, no good. Berkner with the defensive rebound. And here comes Lakeview. Fegley to the foul line. Kick out the Dye. Owen Dye is open. Three-pointer good for Owen Dye. It's a 7-0 run for Lakeview.
Yeah, 7-0 run. It's just been a matter of Lakeview playing really good defense, getting a defensive rebound, and getting open shots and making them.
7-3, 16 seconds to go first quarter. Sharpsville likely going for the final shot of the opening quarter. 10 seconds to go. Cadman working on Uri. Cadman is fouled. That'll be Uri's first, team third. 6.7 seconds to go, and it's Blue Devil ball on the baseline.
You see Cadman kind of admonishing them about, running something, right? And every time they've been in the right offense, they've looked pretty good. But it's just, you got to tip your cap to Lakeview's defense.
Bissell works inside. Cadman is open, can't get it to go. There's a lot of contact. Rebound grabbed by Fegley. 2 seconds. Fegley goes all the way. Layup at the horn, missed it. Oh, a break certainly for Sharpsville. And the Lakeview lead remains 4. 7-3 Lakeview with the lead after the first quarter. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
In debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
On a night in which the second college football playoff semifinal will be played, we have a football score at the end of the first quarter here in boys basketball. 7-3 Lakeview leading Sharpsville.
Yeah, just, been really tough for either team to just get good looks. And I give a lot of the credit to the defenses of both teams, particularly Lakeview. I mean, Lakeview has, they started out in that zone, and Cadman was able to get loose for that three. But since they've gone man, there really hasn't been anything.
Lakeview ball to start the second quarter. Sailors moving left to right, and a foul in the paint.
Yeah.
We'll have the first free throws of the night upcoming.
Yeah, it's hard to believe in a game this physical. But, yeah, Lucas Fagley, again, making that nice little inside-out crossover move of his. And got the inside of White, able to get to the rim and get fouled.
Lucas Fagley, line to the right, hits the first one. Fagley, 70% coming in. His third point of the night makes it 8-3. Off the back of the rim, no good, but Yuri with the rebound. Yuri to Fagley in the right corner. Dump it down inside, batted away from behind, and Bissell tried to save it but could not. And the foul, they did not post it on the board. Was it on White?
Yeah.
Okay, Jaden White picks up the foul. They announce the foul, but they don't post it on the board, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Berkner left side with it. We'll give it off to Buchner. And Sharpsville into his zone for the first time tonight. On the near side, pass off the hands of Fagley, who hits the deck. Cadman bumped him.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to back to Sharpsville.
Yeah.
7:40 to go. It's been kind of a ragged first 7+ minutes.
Yeah. After those first couple of minutes, it's just kind of physical, and the defenses are getting the better.
Lakeview back in the zone. Cadman, the high post against the 2-3. Out to Bissell. Scullin right wing. Little high post back to Cadman. Cadman right of the lane. Cadman dribbling around. Harassed by Buchner up top. Scullin right wing. Scullin puts it on the floor, steps through, it's batted away, and Berkner comes out of the pack with it for Lakeview.
Yeah, their pack line defense is too good. Their help defense is too good to try to drive from there.
7 minutes to go in the half, 8-3. Lakeview with the lead. Berkner far block, posting up on Berneski across the lane, and good. Jake Berkner's first points of the night, and it's 10-3.
Now remember, we thought that at Slippery Rock, Ryan. You can't guard him one-on-one on the block.
10-0 run for Lakeview. Sharpsville near side. White with it. Blue Devils go right to left. Blue jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in black. Lakeview in the home whites, red numbers, red and black trim. Cadman left block with it. Pumps, steps in on Berkner. Stuffed by Berkner. Jump ball was called. And the arrow belongs to Sharpsville. With Jake Berkner, we saw the nice move in the paint, his defensive work.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's interesting that they're guarding Cadman with Berkner, isn't it? Usually he gets other guards guarding him, but Berkner big enough to deal with him inside, and then athletic enough to come out and guard him on the perimeter.
Jaden White out for Sharpsville. Chad Kimpen, 6-foot freshman in. Probably get a little bit more offense out there with Kimpen, but you certainly lose, Kimpen, not the experienced defender that White is.
Right.
But the Blue Devils need offense right now.
They really do, yeah.
Perneski, right corner to Bissell, finds Cadman at the foul line. Cadman down the lane, up with the right hand, deflected by Dye. Rebound, Jake Berkner. Outlet ahead for Buchner into the lane, up with the right hand, no good. Dye flies in for the rebound, kicks it out right wing to Fagley. Lucas Fagley, no-look pass. Berkner, up good, and a foul. Jake Berkner with 4. He'll look to make it 5.
Yeah, great penetrate into the lane. Dish inside to your big fella. Great job by Fagley and Berkner.
And a timeout will be taken by Sharpsville. 30-second timeout, 6:03 to go in the half. Jake Berkner looks to complete a 3-point play. When we come back, you're listening to high school basketball on Sports Radio 96.7.
Since 1925, the Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
Jake Berkner, line to the right, free throw, no good. Rebound tracked down by Graham Perneski. He picked up the foul, his first, team second. 12-3 Lakeview, 5:55 to go first half. Sharpsville over the timeline. Scullin's entry for Kimpin, deflected, but then goes out of bounds off of Dye, who couldn't quite get the collected.
Yep.
And it will stay Sharpsville ball in the forecourt. Two updates, courtesy of Art Shannon.
Yeah.
Warren Harding defeats Sharon 67-50.
Wow.
That was a 5:30 tip tonight to accommodate the Ohio State-Texas game.
That football game.
Yes, and Farrell and Ursuline are playing tomorrow at 12:30.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple of updates, too.
Kimpin, far block to Bissell. The football game's scoreless. It's early, by the way.
Yeah.
Near block, Perneski in on Dye. Perneski spins to his right, shot blocked by Dye. Rebound, Fagley. Lucas Fagley into the forecourt to the line. The lane puts it up and in a foul. Fagley with 5. He'll look to make it 6.
Yeah, Fagley just doing that little hesitation move, going to his left, made the defender stand just a little bit, got into the contact, and then rose up off of it, laid the ball in, drew the foul. I can't do it any better than that.
Scullin committed the foul. He'll check out. It was his first, team third. And Lincoln Bright, 6-foot freshman in. Line to the right, Fagley, the lefty puts it up, and it is long, no good. And Jared Bissell with the rebound. 14-3 Lakeview, 5:25 to go first half. Sailors back to the 1-2-2 half-court trap. Left corner, Cadman with it. Cadman steps through a double team. Cadman into the lane over the right hand and good. Cadman breaks the scoring drought.
It's needed that so badly. They finally got kind of to the interior of that man-to-man and got through the help.
14-5, Cadman has all 5. Fagley left wing to Uri. Uri guarded in the forecourt by Bissell. And Uri is fouled. Bissell with the reach in. It's his first, but it's the team's 4th. Lakeview in the bonus for the final 5 minutes of the half.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, Sharpsville, they're down 9 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. You think, oh, they're getting killed. But, they've been playing good defense. It's just, you got to score some, right?
And Lakeview down 9 against some teams is 9. Against Lakeview, feels by 18.
Right.
Dye, right corner with it. Back to Berkner, but a long way to go.
Oh, yeah.
In the first half, Berkner working on Perneski. Berkner shovels it left side. Uri, 3 on the way. Good. Keaton Uri, 4th 3 of the season, his first points of the night.
Yeah, the drive and kick has worked so well for Lakeview. We see it again now. Last 2 possessions, they've scored both times on it.
17-5, 4:30 to go in the half. Cadman, right of the lane. Cadman up with the right hand. It is short. Dye with the rebound for Lakeview. Get ahead to Fagley. Fagley over the timeline, left of the lane. Uri, he'll shoot another 3. He'll make another 3. Back-to-back 3s for Keaton Uri. It is 20-5. Timeout Sharpsville, a 30-second timeout. 4:15 to go first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back with more from Lakeview after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
Lakeview's open up a 20-5 lead as we come up on the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Lakeview back into the 2-3 zone. Cadman for Sharpsville cut off on the left baseline. Finds Bissell right of the foul circle. Bissell dribbling around, back to Perneski left wing, over to Cadman near side. 3:50 to go in the half. Sharpsville has taken a pair of 30-second timeouts here in the second quarter, trying to stem the tide.
Yeah.
Cadman left side. Cadman to the block. Cut off by Dye and Bufner. Perneski will swing it out to Bissell back in the right wing. Kimpen. Bissell with it. Bissell shovels it to Perneski. Perneski down the lane. Off balance shot, no good. Jake Berkner, another defensive rebound. Here come the Sailors moving left to right. Fegley to the three-point line. Fegley stumbled and lost it out of bounds. Lost it off his leg. And Sharpsville gets a much-needed takeaway.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, you certainly can't fault Lucas Fegley for what do we got here?
We have a technical foul.
Something that was said.
I believe it's on Perneski.
Yeah, which is, obviously.
So that would be his second. It's also the team's fifth. So it'll be 2 free throws and the basketball for Lakeview.
Yeah, it's strange.
First one up and good for Lucas Fegley. And the second one also good. 22-5. And possession for Lakeview. Perneski called for the tee at 3:21 of the second. Lakeview ball in the front court. Fegley with it. Left the lane. Dye. Fadeaway jumper good. Owen Dye hits the mid-range jumper. Dye's first 2 of the night. He has 5. Cadman left of the lane. Cadman to the block. Blocked by Dye. Rebound Jackson Bufner for Lakeview.
I'm kind of sitting here at a loss for words. Lakeview's defense is stunning. They are on time.
Uri around a double screen to the right. Uri, he's had a big part in Lakeview breaking open this one.
Yeah.
Couple of threes in the second quarter. Bufner in the corner. Pass back to Uri on the near right wing. 2:33 to go in the half. Lakeview on top and with the basketball. Fegley, driving kick right wing for Dye. Owen Dye, 3, good. Second 3 of the night for Owen Dye. Lakeview trying to break this one wide open. And a toy ball or something.
Paraphernalia, yeah.
Kind of like a little tiny,
yeah,
like tiny toy ball, like a
ones they
Nerf
would
ball.
throw into the stands, right? Yeah.
Rolled out onto the floor. So,
yeah, I tell you what, the moment to give a little praise to Lakeview's defense. I mean, it's just they've been on time. Their help is on time. You can't get any dribble drive against them. And here's the big key, Briggsy. They've only given up 1 shot. Sharpsville gets 1 shot.
Lakeview back into the 2-3 zone. Carter Sump, 5'10 freshman, in for the first time for Sharpsville. 3 from the left wing off the mark, no good, but the rebound grabbed on the weak side by Bright. And he will shoot 2 as he's fouled with 2:07 to go in the first half. Foul goes on Uri, his second, team first. And line to the left for Lincoln Bright, who's 0 for 2 at the line this year.
Yeah, it was a shot, but it ended up working as well as a pass over the top of the defense there.
First one, no good. Johnny Husband, 6'1 senior, in for Lakeview, replacing Uri. Chris, you have an update or two for us?
I do, yeah. The Kennedy Catholic is up 32-25 on West Middlesex at the half. That game's on 790. And Grove City's up 17-14 on Meadville at the end of the first quarter.
Second free throw, no good. 2 minutes to go. Lakeview basketball. Husband with it. Husband gives it up top for Montgomery. Montgomery into the paint. Jump pass, left corner. 3 by Fegley. Rims out. Rebound trickles out of bounds, and it goes to Sharpsville with 1:51 to go. That Meadville team have a couple of 1,000-point scorers. They have wins over Sheridan and Hickory up at the House of Thrills in Meadville. That game at Grove City tonight.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I mean, Grove City continues to play well in these, really tough non-league games.
Those teams, Sheridan, Hickory, Grove City, Slippery Rock, Farrell, Mercer, they start league play next week.
Yeah, that's going to be.
That will start Tuesday night.
Yep, that's going to be something.
Perneski left of the lane, high arcing jumper good. Graham Perneski, the mid-range jumper, first points of the night for Perneski.
Yeah, needed that one bad. They just need a couple of stops, and they need to get, go on a little bit of a run to make themselves feel like they're back in this game.
Fegley will hand it off to Montgomery, hand it off to Dye, and he lost it into the backcourt. Second time tonight that Dye has just taken his eyes off it, and
that's it too.
An unforced turnover that time.
Right. That's it. You had it right. It wasn't like through his hands. He just kind of took his eye off of it and never really gathered it in.
1:10 to go in the half. Cabin right corner. Lakeview stays in the zone. Perneski left of the lane. Jumper, that one long, no good. And Parker Montgomery rips down the rebound for Lakeview.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it looks like Lakeview maybe will be a little bit patient here with under a minute to go in the half.
Fagley with it, left side, top of the key to Montgomery. Off a screen from Dye. 3, good for Montgomery. Was that a set, Chris?
That was a set play. Yeah, no doubt about it. He came off of the screen on the block and then on the elbow.
Montgomery draining the 3 to make it 30-7 Lakeview. 35 seconds to go in the half. 5th free of the season for the 6'2 sophomore Montgomery. Scored season high 9 the other night in the win at West Middlesex.
Right.
Tuesday night, 51-25.
I thought he played great at the Rock, too.
Cadman with it in the forecourt, down to 18 seconds to go. Lakeview extending the 2-3. Bissell holding it against his right hip. Lakeview has fouls to give. Down to 9 seconds to go. Cadman with it. Cadman working on Husband. 5 seconds. Cadman into the lane up with the right hand. Glass rim no good. Rebound grabbed by Berkner while on his wallet. And that is the end of a thoroughly dominant first half by the Lakeview Sailors. 30-7 Lakeview on top. Chris and I will come back with the first half recap after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. 2 firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello? Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103 or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Welcome back to Lakeview High School, 30-7. Lakeview on top of Sharpsville, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here tonight. We have Art Shannon in the studio producing our game. Our videographer here at Lakeview is Seclara Cook. And for those watching on our Facebook feed, or those listening, I think we've done a pretty good job of describing Lakeview's looked really, really good tonight.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Sometimes when you see a score like this, you assume that the team that's on the has less points than the other one, must be just getting thoroughly dominated on a press, turning the ball over. The game has been primarily half court, and what we're seeing here is that Sharpsville is just having a really difficult time getting shots, not just getting good shots, but getting shots at all against this stifling Lakeview half-court man-to-man defense. And then down on the other end, Sharpsville's playing good enough defense that to be in the game if they could score a little bit. But just a couple of runs by Lakeview where they hit a couple of threes back to back, or Fagley getting to the basket. a couple of times, and the big guy inside Berkner getting a couple of baskets, and of course the big three there by Dye at the end. So it's been enough where Lakeview has just sort of systematically taken apart Sharpsville.
In the first half, Dye hitting that three. He has 8, 7 for Lucas Fagley. Keaton Uri was 6 off the bench. Jake Berkner, a pair of baskets for 4. Parker Montgomery, a 3 for 3 points. Evan Reeser, a basket for 2. On the Sharpsville side, Aiden Cadman, 5. Graham Perneski, 2. 30-7, your halftime score. We'll come back with scores from around the area on Sports Radio 96.7.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays. Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We are back here at Lakeview High School, 30-7 Lakeview with the lead over Sharpsville in this Region 1 boys basketball game, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight, Art Shannon in the studio. Chris, I know you have a few updates that you pulled off a ticker here at the intermission.
Yeah, I sure do. That Grove City Meadville game that we talked about earlier, that's now at half, and Grove City hanging on to that small lead there as they're up 36-33 on Meadville. So a good one over at Grove City. Greenville and Wilmington going at it in a region game. Greenville is up 29-28 about midway through the third quarter in that one. It's halftime in the game on 790 WPIC. Kennedy's up 32-25 on Middlesex. And earlier in the day, Warren Harding defeated Sharon 67-50.
And Farrell and Ursuline will play tomorrow. Don't forget, here on Sports Radio 96.7, we will be the home for Wild Card Weekend. 5 of the 6 games will be here on the FM. Tomorrow, the LA Chargers at Houston in the American Football Conference. It's old school to say the American Football Conference,
Love
the AFC. That'll be 4:30 kickoff tomorrow. Of course, Pittsburgh and Baltimore play Saturday night. And then we'll have the 3 Sunday games. The third AFC game, Denver at Buffalo at 1 o'clock. And then the National Football Conference will take precedence. Green Bay at Philadelphia, the middle game, the 4:30 game Sunday, the nightcap, Washington at Tampa Bay. And then Monday night, Minnesota and the Los Angeles Rams. Boy, how many times did they play in the playoffs in the 70s?
It's amazing, right?
I think the famous Mud Bowl in 77 at the LA Coliseum.
Yep.
Joe Namath's last game.
That's right. Yeah, how about that?
But it was also Chuck Knox's last game as the Rams coach.
How about that? Yeah.
But they will not have mud at Arizona. They're playing in Glendale. They've moved it because of the fires out in Southern California.
Yeah.
But that's coming up here this weekend on Sports Radio 96.7. We'll take a break and come back with the third quarter here on Sports Radio 96.7.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc., DBA Confluence Financial Partners, is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A, Form CRS, for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Third quarter about to get underway. It will be Lakeview ball to start the second half. Sailors go right to left here at home in the second half, wearing the white jerseys, red numerals, outlined in black, red and black trim. Sharpsville in the blue jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in black, white and black trim for Sharpsville in the Blue Devils road garments.
Yeah, new duds for Lakeview, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a rather fancy design on the side panels.
Yeah.
Right wing with it for Lakeview is Evan Reeser. He picked up a couple fouls in the first half, but out there to start the third quarter with his team on top, 30-7.
Hit a couple of big threes, too.
Dye drives right of the right baseline. No good. Rebound tipped out to Cadman. Cadman with it. Left of the lane. Cadman. Pass deflected by Montgomery, and Montgomery tips it ahead to himself. Montgomery into the forecourt, streaks to the basket, righty layup, no good. Berkner in for the rebound. Berkner puts it up and in. Big Jake Berkner with a follow.
Yeah, I tell you what, the length of this team is not something you'd necessarily think of, but they are long, tall.
Berkner at 6'3", he has 6 points. What a job he's done on the glass at both ends.
Unbelievable. Yeah, no, he's been like that traditional big man.
Cabin left of the lane, and he's fouled on the jump shot attempt. You can tell that he got whacked on the arm as that would hit above the box on the window or on the backboard.
This is going way back. Well, not way back, but kind of a long way back. Berkner's game reminds me a little bit of Wayman Tisdale at Oklahoma. That lefty that just kind of nice and smooth, always around the basket, can finish in traffic.
Remember the 1984 U.S. Olympic team, coached by Robert Montgomery Knight, to the gold medal.
Yeah.
Second free throw for Cabin. He goes 2 for 2. Cabin was 7. The foul was on Montgomery, his first and the team's first, and it's 32-9. Edmund Tisdale played for Billy Tubbs at Oklahoma, and a long NBA career. Those guys we lost way too soon, though.
Yes, that's for sure.
Near wing with it is Reeser, hands it back out to Dye. Dye far block to Montgomery, muscles it up, no good. The rebound, Bissell had it, lost it. Montgomery puts it up after taking it away, and he's fouled on the putback. Parker Montgomery working hard. He'll shoot 2. Foul goes on Jared Bissell, his second, and it is the first on Sharpsville in the third quarter.
Parker Montgomery just working hard, right? Ripped it out of a couple of guys' hands on his putback. And they're able to get it up on the board and get fouled.
Free throw does not stay down, however, for Montgomery. Montgomery 10 of 16 at the line on the season now, 63%. Second one is up, and that one long, no good. Rebound tipped into the air, and Graham Perneski will track it down for Sharpsville. Cadman into the forecourt with it. Throws a two-hopper left side. Perneski went the other way. It trickles out of bounds into the front row. And Lakeview regains possession with 6:19 to go in the third.
And, that just seems like kind of a miscommunication, whatever, it happens. But I think that's kind of indicative of the fact that Sharpsville doesn't quite know what to be in offensively against this defense.
Left corner with it is Montgomery. Into Berkner, puts it up and in. Jake Berkner, the soft touch, 8 for Jake Berkner.
He does everything off at 2 feet. They tried to get a charge there, but that wasn't a charge.
34-9, under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Into the high post, Perneski. Left side, Cadman, 3, good. Hitting Cadman's second triple of the night.
Just need a couple of stops, a little run, and then they'll kind of feel like they're inching their way back into this game.
Cadman in double figures. He has 10. Inside right block. Reeser puts up shot blocked from behind by Bissell. Rebound, pinballing around, and White with it on a run out for Sharpsville. White into the lane, up in on Dye, up and good. Jaden White goes coast to coast for his first points of the evening.
You see the athletic ability there has lost the handle a little bit, but then once he gathered it, he was a blue blur getting to the basket.
What a great season he had at running back and receiver, defensive back for Sharpsville this year. Really a great football career for Paul Piccarelli's squad. Fagley left wing, 3 good. Lucas Fagley stepped into that one, his first 3 of the night. Fagley in double figures with 10. 37-14, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Scullin right side, his 3 off the rim, no good. And Berkner there for the defensive rebound. Give it off to Fagley, left side. Fagley driving kick near corner. Dye, 3, no. And Perneski picks off the rebound for Sharpsville. Bissell whips it ahead down court for Scullin. He threw a bullet and Dye knocked it away.
I still like that, that Sharpsville trying to attack in transition. I think that's, going to be one of the keys for them to have a chance to get back into this game. Another one of those basketballs.
Either it's kids with small hands or they're coated in Vaseline. There's 2 of them that trickled out onto the floor tonight. Cadman on the right wing to Bissell. Finds Scullin between the circles. Lakeview in the packed-in 2-3. Scullin with it. Perneski high post, now right of the lane for Jaden White. 4:17 to go in the third. Left side, Cadman coming open. 3 for Cadman, long, no good. And Owen Dye collects the rebound for Lakeview. Ahead to Fagley on the near side. Fagley working on Bissell. Gives the ball fake and hands it off to Berkner. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Lakeview resetting the offense. Reeser working on the near side. 3-man weave for the Sailors on the near wing. Dye to the right elbow. Dye has it knocked out of his hands by Bissell, and it will stay Lakeview ball in the forecourt.
See how Lakeview in that offense kind of inching more and more downhill towards the basket, and that's exactly the kind of action that you want in that.
Referee Mike Bockert will give the basketball to Fagley. Mike Bockert, Ty Barzak, and Scott Walters, your 3-man crew tonight. Walters is the referee. Left wing, Montgomery, 3 good. Parker Montgomery hits the 3, his second of the night. 6 points for Montgomery. 40-14, 3:30 to go, third quarter. Top of the key, Bissell with it. Work it down low. White popping open. Good. Jaden White, second basket of the second half.
Yeah, great pass through the zone by Jared Bissell there to White for the layup.
40-16, 3:14 to go, third period. Dye, left side for Reeser, around a Berkner screen. Reeser tosses it over to Fagley on the right wing. Fagley between the legs with the dribble. Kick it back to Reeser. Reeser a ball fake. Jump stop left of the lane, and he'll be called for the offensive foul. Jaden White took the charge, and Evan Reeser picks up his third foul of the night, team second.
Yeah, Jaden White did a great job there. He played help. He kind of slid in there into that help position and met Reeser right on as he kind of went for that jump pass. And that was a very savvy move there by Jaden White.
Keaton Urey back in for Lakeview. Saw quite a bit of him in the first half. Hit a couple of threes and really a fine first half for him. Scullin right side, Scullin to the right baseline, hands it off to Cadman near corner. 2:46 to go, third quarter. Cross court, Bissell with it. Bissell's pass deflected, but goes right to Perneski between the circles. 2:35 to go, third quarter. Down the lane, Perneski finds White on the baseline. Jaden White heating up here in the third quarter.
That's exactly how you want to attack that zone. They went from wing to middle to low, and then you can go low to middle, once they try to take that away.
White scored a season-high 7 Tuesday night in the 80-39 win over Reynolds. He has 6 all in the third quarter. Fegley, using the dominant hand, his left hand, scoring in the paint.
Little spin move there.
He has a dozen. Cadman drives the paint, works it back out towards midcourt, where Bissell will track it down. Jumper in the lane, good. Hit by Sharpsville. Was that Bissell?
That was Bissell. Yep, nice little.
Was screened for a moment.
Picked up the loose ball, went in and hit a really confident-looking runner.
Bissell's first points of the night. 42-20 Lakeview, 1:47 to go in the third. Montgomery crossed the lane with the right hand. Glass rim, no good. Cadman the rebound. Cadman over the timeline with it. Cadman into the paint. And he will be called for the offensive foul as Fegley stood his ground and took the charge. It'll be Cadman's first, the team's second in the third quarter.
Yeah, he almost was able to avoid the contact there. He went in there off of 2 feet, but Fegley, held his ground, and there was enough contact that I think you have to call that.
Fegley into the forecourt. They give it to Montgomery. Now Berkner right of the foul circle, back to Fegley. Between the legs with the dribble, guarded by Jaden White. Cross court to Montgomery on the near left wing. Into the high post for a cutting die. Died down the lane, and he's clocked by Perneski. And Owen Dye will go to the line for the first time tonight. Perneski picks up the foul, his third, team third. Owen Dye will shoot 2. Dye, 5 of 10 at the line this year.
Boy, Dye is a handful, isn't he? I'm trying to sitting here imagining and trying to prepare for him, putting your second or third best defender on him, trying to deal with his length and his ability to slash. He's a matchup problem for everybody.
Hits the first free throw, 9 points tonight for Dye. That one long, no good, and Cadman collects the rebound. 1:14 to go third quarter. Bissell with it for Sharpsville. Scullin playing catch with Scullin on the near side. Bissell right of the circle, jumper no good. Berkner snags a defensive rebound. Berkner 8 points and that many rebounds as well. Fegley pick and roll to Berkner down the lane, and a foul will be called. Perneski blocked the shot, and the foul's going to come from the other side on Scullin.
Yeah, okay.
I could see why Perneski was frustrated.
Yeah, he didn't foul him, but low on the other side.
Scullin's first, team fourth. Berkner to shoot 2. Berkner 0 for 1 at the line tonight. 12 of 20 on the season. Misses that one long.
He's got a nice, you can see, now 12 for 21 from the free throw line. He's got nice form, nice follow through. It's just a little quick. It's to just slow that down. Sorry, it's hard for me not to coach sometimes.
No, you've done it for a long time. It was a salient point. Second one, no good. The rebound tipped up in the air, and Jaden White will pick it off for Sharpsville. White down the lane, and he's going to be called for the charge. Montgomery was waiting on him. White crashed into him. That'll be Jaden White's second, team fifth, with 52 seconds to go, third quarter.
Jaden White, of course, ran over guys like that all the time in football and got praised for it. But on the basketball floor, when the defender has their feet set, it's a foul.
43-20, Lakeview with the lead. 47 seconds to go, third quarter.
It was entertaining, though.
Certainly was. Fegley on the left block to Dye. Dye will shovel it back out to Montgomery. Montgomery, right of the lane, driving kick. Uri is open. Line drive 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound took a odd bounce off of the backboard, and it's grabbed by Sharpsville. Bissell with the rebound. Over to White, back to Bissell between the circles. 22 seconds to go, third quarter. Scullin on the near side. Now to Cadman. Cadman, guarded by Montgomery. Cadman between the legs with the dribble. Cadman posts up, steps through, stripped, got it back, puts it up, front of the rim, no good. Ball batted around. Snared by Uri, outlet 2 seconds. 1, Dye from half court. It is off the mark, and that is the end of the third quarter. The Lakeview Sailors are 8 minutes away from a 3-0 start in league play. It's 43-20. Sailors on top. Chris and I will come back with the fourth quarter after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
Home, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Are you buried in debt? Did you overspend over the holidays? Turn to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union for help. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union has sensible, caring solutions that will help you pay off accumulated debt or unwanted bills. Ask about their personal loans, home equity options, or even credit card balance transfers. Call or stop in to discuss what plan works best for you. Read more online at gcafcu.org. Equal Opportunity Lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Referee Scott Walters gives the basketball to Lincoln Bright. We're underway to start the fourth quarter. Sharpsville basketball moving left to right. Blue Devils on the short end here at Lakeview. Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight. Art Shannon in the studio producing our game. Clara Cook, our videographer tonight on our Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. Cabin gets a pass inside, puts it up and in. Nice feed from Bissell.
Yeah, really nice job. Well executed little quick hitter there that looks like Coach Williams set up there.
12 for Cadman. 43-22, 7:26 to go. Right wing, get it over to Reeser posting up. Reeser facing up on Skellen, rips through, drives in. Reeser, glass and good for Evan Reeser. Been a tough night for him with the fouls, but Reeser rewarded there with a nice move.
He is so tough off of 2 feet, right? He just kind of goes in there, pivots around on 2 feet, and finds his spot.
Evan Reeser with 4. And the lead back to 23 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Don't forget about the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel sub of the game in our post game here tonight. Cadman out to Scullen. And give it back off to Bissell with 6:48 to go. Cadman near wing to White. White with the right-hand dribble. Finds Bissell in the corner. Perneski waiting at the table for Sharpsville. He'll be in on the next stoppage. Scullen goes left side to Cadman. Scullen averages 9.7 per game. He has not scored yet tonight.
Wow, yeah.
Bissell inside for Scullen, posting up on cue, puts it up, but blocked by Dye, and the rebound taken away by Montgomery for Lakeview. And then he's fouled along the baseline. Cadman got him with the body. A little bit of frustration for Cadman.
Yeah.
His second, team first. Perneski in, and Bright out at 6:18 of the fourth.
That was a good example right there of Lakeview's man-to-man defenses. You know, Sharpsville's able to get into their flex, really, for maybe one of the first times all night. Ran it, executed, got the ball inside, but their help was so impressive and their length was so impressive that Sharpsville still couldn't get a good shot off.
6:12 to go. Dye with it for Lakeview. Dye working on Cadman. Dye to the right block, up with the right hand, and off the mark. It'll go out of bounds and be Sharpsville basketball. Bufner back in, and it's going to be Uri exiting. Chris, Monday night we will see these two schools, but the girls, and we'll be at Sharpsville. Lakeview at Sharpsville girls. That will be on 790 WPIC. We'll also have the video on the Facebook page as well.
That's going to be a great one. Certainly two of the better girls teams in the area this year.
And we'll be on air at 7 o'clock after Pick Sports Line. Game scheduled to tip at 7:30 or thereabouts. Cabin near block with it for Sharpsville. Cabin lost it, got it back, muscles it up with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but he'll shoot two. Aiden Cadman working hard inside. He's fouled in the paint by Parker Montgomery. Montgomery's first, team second. And Aiden Cadman back to the line. He is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. Came in 67% on the season.
Yeah, working hard, getting a lot of stuff in the post. But it's just been he's been frustrated and stymied a little bit by Lakeview's length. That time the ball fake earned him the trip to the foul line.
First one good, second one pops out no good, and Owen Dye comes away with the rebound. 5:43 to go in this one. 45-23, Lakeview on top. Left block with it is Fagley in some trouble, able to work it out to Reeser. Back to Montgomery between the circles. Montgomery crossover dribble, up with the right hand, and good. Strong move for Parker Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery, another one of those long and lean guys. get to the basket, and then just get up over top of the defense.
First two-pointer of the night for Montgomery. He has 8 points. Cadman near right wing for Sharpsville. Finds Scullin top of the circle. Scullin zips it back to White on the left side with 5:04 to go. Ferneski back near midcourt. Guarded by Cadman. For Bissell, lost it, got it back. Right side Cadman. Cadman a ball fake. Down low, White flashing open. Jaden White, layup is good. Jaden White, a season-high 8 points.
Yeah, working hard off the ball, right? You've seen him flash to the hoop on the cuts and get a tough pass and finish in traffic.
So White with 8, all in the second half. 47-25 Lakeview, 4:30 to go, fourth quarter. Reeser into the paint. Reeser with the right hand. Good at a foul. Evan Reeser, strong move to the basket.
Yeah, really strong. There it is again, right? He squares up. He gets the defense leaning. He finds the gap. Then goes in off of 2 feet. Foul in a basket.
Foul on Scullin, his third, team second. Reeser to complete a 3-point play. He is 15 of 18 at the line this year, 83%. And that figure will move up as Reeser completes a 3-point play. 50-25. Lakeview doubling up Sharpsville with 4:19 to go in the ballgame. Cadman, right side 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped over by White to Scullin down low for Perneski. Boofter got a hand in the passing lane, and Fegley out of there with it for Lakeview. Works it ahead for Berkner, tried to thread the needle, but intercepted by Jaden White.
Yeah, the speed of Jaden White there on display as he was open, but White able to close the gap in a hurry and get the steal.
And then he wasn't open.
Yeah, that's right.
Cadman into the paint, and Cadman fouled. Hits the deck hard. He'll shoot 2. Foul goes on Montgomery, number 3 on Parker Montgomery. Team second, Cadman back to the line with 3:53 to go.
I love how all the Sharpsville guys run over, sprint over when one of their guys gets knocked to the floor. Sprint over. So you got 4 guys surrounding one. They got knocked to the floor. Help them up.
Cadman's first one no good. Chris, there are things that we watch, we notice. We love things like that when guys we saw there, guys and women too, sprint off the floor.
Sprint on and off.
Don't walk. It's not don't sashay off. You'll get over there.
Right.
And Cadman hits the second one.
Yeah.
Make it 50-26.
Yeah, but that's a staple of all of Coach Williams' teams. One of the teammates goes to the ground. Everybody goes to him to help him up.
50-26, 3:45 to go. Cadman checking out of the ball game as stumped back in. Berkner flashes open. Jake Berkner in double figures with 10.
Goes up so strong.
52-26, 3:30 to go. Bissell shoves it onto the right baseline. Jumper put up by Sump, no good. And Reeser with the rebound. We began the night with a JV game, and Chris, I have a hunch we're going to see a redux of it.
Yeah.
Berkner, no. Second try deflected by Bissell. Rebound for Sharpsville. Redux or redo, I'm not sure. Either way, the scores table was getting crowded.
Yeah.
Shot by Chad Kimpen, no good. He checked back in during the break. Rebound Fegley ahead to Reeser, puts it up and in. Evan Reeser coming alive in the fourth quarter with 7. 54-26 with 2:58 to go. Timeout Sharpsville. Full timeout. We'll take it as well. Lakeview on top. We'll come back with a finish on Sports Radio 96.7.
From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh.
Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration. the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Sharpsville turns over the basketball coming out of the timeout. Johnny Husband back in for Lakeview, finds Reeser right wing. Into the right corner for Austin Haynes, 6'4" junior, who's in for the first time tonight. Yuri on the court as well. Husband up top for Lakeview. Husband right of the lane up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound near side. Kimpen grabs it for Sharpsville with 2:20 to go. Bissell right side with it. Bissell into the lane. He'll be fouled in the paint. And Jared Bissell will shoot 2.
Yeah, nice little hesitation move by Bissell. You know, Bissell works so hard to just kind of control the pace, get his team into an offense, things like that. But I watch, I almost think, Briggsy, he needs to be more aggressive doing that. He can do that, you know.
Bissell line to the right, first one off the mark, no good. He's 7 of 12 now on the season, and 7 of 13. He goes 0 for 2. Rebound, we're going to have a jump ball, and neither player wants to give it up. But Luke Adkins in for Sharpsville, battling with Yuri. They're both rolling around with the ball, and the arrow belongs to Lakeview.
Referee Mike Walker was just kind of like watching the roll, making sure it didn't get aggressive.
I thought he was going to maybe get award back points the way they were looking.
Right.
2:06 to go in the ball game. Lakeview on its way to win number 7 overall, 3-0 in the league. Sharpsville's going to be 2-2 in conference play, 5 up and 9 down on the overall ledger. Reeser from the volleyball line, no good. And the rebound pulled in by Lincoln Bright for Sharpsville. With 1:50 to go, Bissell works it left side. Kimpen across the lane, up and good with the right hand. Chad Kimpen.
Yeah.
Good-looking freshman, first basket
No
of the
question. Night. Great cut to the hoop, and then a great opposite side of the lane, Mike in there.
Yuri with it. Yuri at the foul line. Fadeaway jumper short. Ball loose on the floor. 2 guys from each team have hands on it.
Double jump ball.
Yes. And the arrow this time points towards Sharpsville. Lakeview sub will check in. That is Roman Mittelmeyer, 5'8" junior, in for Reeser with 1:28 to go. So let everybody know what we'll have. We will have 1 post-game break. We'll come back with a scoring recap. Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game, and the lock, stock, and barrel sub of the game. That's going to be in our post-game, and then we will head out into the cold winter night. Away from the ball, a foul is going to be called on Sharpsville. They may get Kimpen posting up inside. No.
Yeah.
It's going to be Adkins with an illegal screen. Happened along the baseline. Adkins first. Team third. So 1:20 to go in the ball game.
Gets the wry grin there from both head coaches. That call.
Garrett Blaschak, he ditched the sport coat. The shirt tie has come undone.
It's come undone. Yeah.
Husband hook left of the lane doesn't go, and Adkins the rebound. Bissell home run pass down court for streaking Bright. Finds Adkins on the block. And Adkins' shot is swatted out of there by Haynes, but a travel called before that. So Haynes, the block looked like a volleyball kill, but unfortunately for young Haynes, it will not be counted.
He's kind of impressive looking, isn't he? Like kind of raw, but 6'4".
He looks like a high jumper.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
He jumped high on that block.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Pass across the lane, intercepted. Grabbed it by Sump, outlet down court. Bissell puts it up and in. Jared Bissell's second basket of the night. 54-30 as we are under 40 seconds to go in this one. Right wing Husband has it. Husband between the legs with the dribble. Over to Boofner. Ball knocked away by Kimpen in the far corner with a half minute to go. Sharpsville will be at West Middlesex Tuesday night. Lakeview goes to Greenville. First place on the line in that one.
Yeah, it'll be big.
Depending upon what happens in that Greenville
Yeah, they were
game.
up 21. So
Husband corner 3, no good. Rebound grab by Mittelmeyer. 15 seconds to go. Mittelmeyer had it, lost it, puts it up with the right hand. No, the tip no good by Yuri, and the rebound secured by Adkins. 6 seconds to go. Bissell with it, down to 4 seconds. Bissell will dribble it out, and that'll do it. Lakeview wins it. Lakeview, an impressive outing tonight here at home. 54-30 to the final. Sailors go to 3-0 in dominant fashion.
yeah, just going on all cylinders, that's for sure. Defensively, they were stifling. Offensively, they made big shots, went on runs, executed their offense. and a well-earned home region win against the good Sharpsville team. Lakeview kind of putting people on notice here in the early part of January.
Lakeview wins it. We'll come back with a postgame on Sports Radio 96.7.
How to use car.
How many did the big boy have?
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
St. Paul's Senior Living Community offers home-based services through our Without Walls department and is now welcoming new clients. St. Paul's Without Walls can help you maintain independence in your own home with support. Our compassionate team will personalize a plan of care that meets your needs, whether it's assistance with light housekeeping and transportation or companionship and personal care. St. Paul's Without Walls is here to help. Call St. Paul's Without Walls today at 724-589-4740 for more details about personalized care options.
Bay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the December 2024 Mercer County Team of the Month. Bay's is proud to announce that the Wilmington girls basketball team is the December Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Wilmington coach Mike Jekovich and his outstanding girls basketball team as they are the December Bay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Wilmington girls basketball, the December Bays Team of the Month. For more information, go to bayspubandgrill.com.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We are back here tonight at Lakeview High School, where the Lakeview Sailors go to 3-0 in Region 1 play. Your final score in this one tonight, 54-30. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you here tonight at Lakeview High School. We are going to have head coach of the Sailors, Garrett Blaschak, joining us in short order. We're short of cable here, but we will take care of that in just a moment. We want to remind everybody that in a few moments we're going to have our lock, stock, and barrel sub of the game and the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. Well, let's bring Coach on now. But before that, the head coach of the Lakeview Sailors, Garrett Blaschak. Coach, congratulations. A strong outing from beginning to end tonight. Congrats on a big win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming out and covering it. It was a great high school basketball game tonight. I thought we played really well. I give Sharpsville a lot of credit. They're very well coached. They play hard. We were matching our defenses a little bit, try to throw them off. I think our kids did a really good job of doing that, but got a little bit lazy for my liking in the second half. But a win's a win. I'll take another region win for sure.
I tell you what, Coach, the one thing I saw tonight that I didn't necessarily see the first time is just how fundamental your guys are defensively. Whether you were in that zone, the half-court trap, or the man, the help was always on time. The screen outs were really good. And again, when you think about this, you guys are up 30-7. And usually in that situation, the team that's up has been trapping, forcing turnovers. You guys weren't necessarily forcing turnovers. Sharpsville could not get a good shot against your defense. You have to love that.
Yeah, I can't really take all the credit on that. I give my dad a lot of credit. He's a big defensive guy. He gets our guys ready to go defensively no matter what we're in. So, and I also give our kids credit. Yep. Everybody that stepped out on that floor, they did a really, really good job, and everybody was communicating. That's the biggest thing defensively for us, as well as energy. But I thought our communication was good. We were marking shooters. We were covering down, especially in the first half there. So, really, really proud on the defensive end tonight.
Yep. And then offensively balanced tonight, Lucas Fagley, 12, 10 for Jake Berkner, Owen Dye with 9, 8 for Parker Montgomery. When you have a lot of guys contributing offensively, makes a team very hard to beat, doesn't it?
It does, and it makes my job that much easier. So they share the ball, and they have that attitude where they don't really care who's going to score. So they do a nice job of moving the ball, sharing the ball, and then they take the best open look. And we did that tonight. And fortunately for us, that we were knocking our shots down.
I was just going to ask about Jake Berkner again. He's been getting better. I mean, tonight, if you didn't know anything about your team and you were just here watching, you'd think that kid's a star. He's starting to play and look like a star player for you in the post.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We need that post presence. So he's doing a really good job. And unfortunately, Cody's out sick, so he had to step up the last 2 games. He's done a really good job in that starting position. So we're going to continue to look to him offensively. Does a great job communicating defensively. And then he's been really, really big on the boards for us the past 2 games.
And when you are at full strength, you have a lot of flexibility with this team. You can go big. You can have a guard-oriented, a smaller lineup. You have guys, you look like with Montgomery and Dye that are kind of, long and athletic, arms and legs types, if you will. I mean, you have to like the fact that as this season goes on, we're into the second half of the regular season now. A lot of conference games left, and what we hope is a long playoff run for your team. That there may be nights where you need more ball handling or perimeter shooting or rebounding, whatever, and you have seemingly a lot of tools in the toolbox.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good problem to have, and we're able to mix and match our defenses based on what we have out there on the floor at that time. We do have quite a bit of length at the guard position, and Owen Dye does a really good job of playing like a stretch four. He can shoot it from the perimeter, he can drive it off the dribble, and then he can crash and he can defend bigs on the defensive end. So I've said this all year. Our bench has been really, really productive. We don't really lose a lot when we go into our bench, so that's going to help us here in the long run.
Coach Blaszczak, we appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on a big victory. Best of luck in what will be a big one Tuesday night at your alma mater, going back to Greenville.
Absolutely.
With first place on the line.
That's right, and I played for Mark Bat, so that'll be a little bit weird for me. So I'm looking forward to a great night.
That's awesome. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck. We look forward to seeing you and the Sailors down the road.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Lakeview head coach Garrett Blaszczak joining us here in our post game tonight. His team a winner 54-30. And before we get to the scoring, Chris, we will go with our Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, and that was a name that was mentioned in the post game. And tonight's Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is Jake Berkner, 10 points, a double-double tonight. And we saw him last year as a sophomore. You could tell that there was something there.
Yes.
And he continued to work, the growth, all of that.
Yep.
And boy, he is really flourishing here as a junior. 10 points tonight, a double-double. It was dominant on the glass at both ends, and really just a really, really rock-solid performance tonight.
Yeah, he was terrific, right? I mean, he was the kind of the biggest guy on the boards, around the rim, just a dominant force. Sharpsville really could not guard him with one guy. I mean, when he plays the way he does tonight, along with all of the other weapons that we know about this team, they're going to be awfully tough to beat, because if you try to press them and they can break the press, Big Jake's going to be there around the rim to finish. And, he was just awesome tonight.
Jake Berkner is tonight's Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. And like all of our Reinhardt's players of the game, he has received a customized T-shirt courtesy of 2 J's and a B, screen printing and gifts located on East State Street in Hermitage. So congratulations to Lakeview's Jake Berkner. He is the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. Berkner with 10 points tonight on 5 field goals. Lucas Fegley led Lakeview 3 twos and a 3 of 5 at the line for 12. Evan Reeser, 4 field goals, 1 of 1 at the line. He had 9. Parker Montgomery, there's another guy whose arrow is pointing up in his junior season. A 2 threes, 0 for 2 at the line. He had 8. Keaton Yuri off the bench, a pair of 3s for 6, helping Lakeview break it open. That 23-4 run in the second quarter. Yuri with 6. And then we had Jackson Bufner, Roman Middlemeyer, Austin Haynes, and Johnny Husband all played but did not score. Lakeview 14-2, 7 threes, 5 of 13 at the line, 54 points. Sharpsville led by Aiden Cadman tonight with 14, 2 twos, 2 threes, 4 of 6 at the line for 14. Jaden White, 4 field goals for 8, all in the second half. Jared Bissell, 2 field goals, 0 for 2 at the line for 4. Graham Perneski had a field goal for 2. Chad Kimpin, a basket for 2. Lincoln Bright, 0 for 2 at the line, did not score. Carter Sump, Luke Atkins, and Kieran Scullen played, did not score. Sharpsville 10 twos, 2 threes, 4 of 10 at the line, 30 points. Sharpsville led 3-0 early. Lakeview led 7-3 after 1, 30-7 at the break, 43-20 after 3. Your final 54-30. And Christopher Sharpsville, Blue Devils just, it was one of those nights.
Yep.
One of those nights.
Yes.
This team, we know the Blue Devils are going to bounce back.
They're going to bounce back. Yeah, I mean, they just had trouble tonight against Lakeview's defense and their length, and they couldn't get shots to go early. And once they got down, it's really tough to come back against this team. But yeah, there's no doubt that this game could be very different. 30 miles down the road at Sharpsville too. We know that.
They will, of course, play again in February at Sharpsville. 54-30, Lakeview wins it. Time now for our lock, stock, and barrel sub of the game. And for our sub of the game, we will select Lakeview's Keaton Urey. 6 points tonight in the second quarter. Didn't start, but played pretty much starters minutes tonight.
Right.
And two huge shots when it was kind of, Sharpsville's hanging around.
Yep.
Urey made sure that Sharpsville wasn't hanging around.
How about that?
Back-to-back threes.
Just bang, bang. He hit those 2 threes, and all of a sudden, the game sort of felt like a blowout, and it never really didn't feel like a blowout after that moment. So, yeah, how about that? Him coming. I didn't even think, I was aware who the starters were, but I certainly don't think of him as someone coming off the bench. But, yeah, he is, and he was awesome in that role.
Keaton Urey of Lakeview is tonight's lock, stock, and barrel sub of the game. He'll be entered into the lock, stock, and barrel sub of the year competition. And at the end of the season, we will select one of our lock, stock, and barrel subs of the game as the lock, stock, and barrel sub of the year. Tonight, our lock, stock, and barrel sub of the game is Lakeview's Keaton Urey. Congratulations to him. And our post-game awards, as always, are powered by Landmark Information Services. Lakeview winner 54-30. Don't forget, this weekend we'll have NFL football. Chargers in Houston at 4:30 tomorrow. All 3 games Sunday. NFC game Minnesota and the Rams Monday night here on Sports Radio 96.7. Chris, this was a lot of fun. We'll see the Lakeview Sharpsville girls at Sharpsville Monday night on 790 WPIC.
Really looking forward to that, too. Obviously, 2 really good friends of mine coaching in that game, and should be a great one.
I want to thank the folks here at Lakeview, Athletic Director Ryan Harold and his great staff here. Love coming here, treated so well. Terrific setup. Thanks to them. Thanks to our videographer tonight, Seclara Cook, doing a very fine job of running the camera. So we appreciate her jumping in and helping us out. Art Shannon back in the studio, doing a great job, as always, of producing tonight's game. Also, thanks to Bob Greenberg, our sports director and sales manager. He and Mark Slazak had the West Middlesex Kennedy game on 790 WPIC. Do we have an update on that one, Chris?
That was a great game going right down to the wire. Let's see.
We can tell you, as we're getting ready to wrap up things, Grove City up on Meadville, 54-45 after 3.
Oh, my goodness. 61-60. West Middlesex beats Kennedy. John Partridge, game-winning 3 with 1 second left. He had 6 threes in the fourth quarter, finishes the game with 35. So West Middlesex, a big win at Kennedy, 61-60. And like you said, Grove City was up 54-45 on Meadville after 3. And Greenville had pulled away from Wilmington. 61-35 was the final.
So we'll see Coach Williams coming over and thanking us for coming tonight. And better nights ahead for the Blue Devils.
No doubt.
And, he's a veteran coach. Occasionally, and Chris, too, sometimes you have one of these nights, you get back at it tomorrow and get ready for the next one.
Right. You just show up and nothing works, and that was their night tonight.
For all those people and my partner, Chris Burtch, this is Ryan Briggs saying so long from Lakeview. Your final tonight, 54-30, as Sailors defeat Sharpsville. And you heard it here on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody.
You've been listening to high school basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by
the Reinhardt's Agency, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Shell Restoration, Warner's Homes and Improvements, St. Paul's in Greenville, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, Attorney Bill Motor, Mercer County State Bank, Mancino's Driving School, Herman's Water, Vay's Pub and Grill, Hermitage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. DK Auto LLC in Grove City. And the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Honoring our past, expanding our future. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season on News Talk 790 WPIC on Sports Radio 96.7.
This concludes our coverage of high school sports. We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.